The video does not record you unless you unmute yourself. Then the video will record you. So just kind of FYI, throwing that out there. But the video is recording now. We're about to do about a 40-minute stretch session. All you're really gonna need today is just a mat, right? Just a mat to kind of work on. And then as we get into these stretches, there may be a few things I'll have you grab, like a band or a towel or something along those lines. But for right now, I'm just gonna have you find a seat on your mat, cross-legged, facing me up front. And we're just gonna start with some good like neck rolls, kind of rolling everything out there. Before we get started, if you don't have music playing on your side of the screen, this would be the time to maybe get that set up if you choose to listen to music during it. So I like to just pull up Spotify and search like yoga flow or instrumental, something with maybe a good kind of little beat to it. All right, here we go. Have a seat and I'm gonna get started. All right. So first thing we're gonna start with here is just kind of readjusting and finding good posture. All right, so we're crossing those legs over in front. We're gonna inhale, pull those shoulders up to the ear. And then on the exhale, you're gonna roll those shoulders all the way down your spine, set them in the back pockets, and then I'm gonna have you pause there for a second. So it should feel like your lats are engaged by pulling your shoulders away from the ears. Okay, beautiful. Now you're gonna release the right ear to the right shoulder. Reach away with the right arm, or left arm, I'm sorry. Back to center. Good. Big inhale, shoulders up to ears. Exhale, roll them, set them down in the back pockets, lats engaged. Perfect posture up top. Release left ear to left shoulder, reach away with the right arm. Good. Start to pull that ear in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, back to center. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. Perfect posture. Good, from here you're gonna keep those shoulders settled, so I like to just keep my hands on the knees. And then you're just gonna knock out a few head rolls, or neck rolls. So I'm gonna let you go with whatever feels best for you. I kind of like to start with one side and then roll the chin around the front of the body, but really I'm gonna let you kind of find what you need here in this position, but always thinking perfect posture, pulling those shoulder blades down and back, and then moving that neck around. Sometimes I'll look left and right over the shoulders and really kind of start to loosen that up a little bit. Beautiful. All right, team, we're gonna go right into cat-cow. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip those legs around. Meet me facing down on the mat. Knees are stacked underneath the hips, hands are stacked underneath the shoulders. And we're gonna start with a big inhale, drop the belly button, lift the tailbone. And then exhale, pull the belly button up into the spine as you tuck the tailbone. Good, we're here for about 30 more seconds. So really just going at your own pace with the inhale. And then exhale, tuck that tailbone, round out, reach for the ceiling with that midsection. Good, big inhale, drop. Good, big inhale, drop. And exhale it out. Good, pick those knees up, meet me in a plank position. Good. Feet together behind you. I want you to shift your body weight forward about 2 inches. Good, so you're kind of up on the tiptoes. Obliques are nice and tight underneath you. Lifting through that midsection and belly. And then downward facing dog. Good. Take a few breaths here by pedaling one heel down at a time. Or bending the knees by pushing one heel down at a time. Good. Good, shift back to a plank. We're gonna go into our first chaturanga. So you do a little tricep push-up all the way to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip the toes, pike the hips, downward facing dog. Good, we're gonna go 2 more rounds. So bend the knees, shift back to plank. Chaturanga, inhale up. Exhale, down. Good, 1 more round. Shift to plank, chaturanga. Inhale up, and exhale, down. Good. Okay, we're gonna inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Right, so in this position, my shin is parallel to the mat. Good. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose plank, hold. Good. 1 more big inhale, leg lift. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Good. And then just set that knee down or that shin down. Collapse the back foot and knee, and then reach towards the back of the mat. So we're already in our half pigeon. You're going to come down onto your forearms, relax the head, neck, and shoulders. We're here for about a minute, so I just want you to focus on big, deep breathing, relaxing those hips and low back on your exhale. About 20 more seconds here. Keep pulling that air in and pushing that air out for the next 10 seconds. Looking good. Okay, slowly start to wake yourself up out of that. Meet me back in a downward facing dog. Good. Adjust yourself as needed, and then we're gonna go left leg. Okay, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Strong plank, strong belly. Inhale, leg lift, down dog. Exhale, knee to nose and pause. Lift, lift, lift. Good, last one. Inhale, leg lift. Exhale, pull through and pause, pause, pause. And set that knee down, collapse the back foot, reach towards the back of the mat, come down and relax the head, neck, and shoulders into your half pigeon. Beautiful, we're here for a full minute. Find your breath. About 20 more seconds here to really catch the breath. Okay, slowly start to make your way up out of that. Meet in a downward facing dog. No rush getting there. All right, we're gonna bend the knees, jump the feet up to meet your hands, and then we're gonna do 3 sun salutations. So inhale those arms wide, flat back, reach for the ceiling on the extension, and then swan dive forward, pull the shoulder blades together, release at the bottom. Jump back to plank, chaturanga, inhale up, exhale, down. Bend the knees, jump the feet up. Inhale, all the way tall. Exhale, swan dive. Jump back to plank, chaturanga, inhale up. And exhale, down. One more, bend the knees, jump the feet up. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive. Jump back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good, from here you're just gonna drop your knees to the mat, and you're gonna go wide. So the right knee goes to the outside of the mat, the left knee goes to the outside of the mat. Big toes touch behind you, and you're gonna sit back into a child's pose. So reach those arms out in front, relax the head, neck, and shoulders on the mat underneath you. Good, so we're focusing on big deep breaths here. If you need to make any last minute adjustments so you can really settle in and release those hips, low back. Sometimes I like my arms or hands actually closer to my torso here so I can release more in the low back and maybe less in the shoulders. Good, big deep inhales and exhale. All right, come up onto all fours. We're gonna go into our next round of cat-cow. Make sure everything is nice and stacked. Start to inhale, drop that belly button, lift the tailbone and chin. Exhale, reverse, round out. Good. Now you're gonna go at your own pace here. You don't have to keep up with my breathing, right? But I do want you to really zone in and focus on range of motion and breath work. We've got about 20 more seconds here. Good. One more big rep, inhale, drop, and exhale. Okay, meet me in a plank position. This time you're gonna place your feet wide, so the distance of your mat underneath you. Okay, now when you shift back into a downward facing dog, I want you to reach opposite hand. So let's go. Left arm touches the right shin bone, right? And then come back to a plank on the inhale. Shift back, right hand touches left shin bone. Okay, we're going to continue to rock forward on the inhale. Shift back, almost like a single arm, downward facing dog. Good, go at your own pace. Big inhale forward. Got about 2 more of these, really focusing on strong, strong core. Shoulders, last one here, downward facing dog reach. Good, back to center. Chaturanga, tricep push-up. Inhale up. And exhale down. Okay, right leg, back to those 3 leg lifts. Inhale, left leg or right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, pause, hold, hold, hold. Inhale, down dog, leg lift. Exhale, knee to nose and hold. Good, lift through that belly, lift, lift, lift. Last one, inhale up. Good, this time swing it into a runner's lunge, so you'll set that foot down, collapse your back knee. Hands are gonna be on the instep, right? So my hands are on the inside of the right leg. Collapse that back foot. Good. So right here, we're just gonna stay and think about driving those hips forward. Good. Now, we're gonna try, just a challenge here. If this right leg is in front, what I want you to try and just do first is bend that back leg. Feel that back leg and you feel that tightness. Now this right arm is gonna reach around the right side of the body to grab that foot, if you can. Woo, there's tight. Right? And then you can start to use that right shoulder to kind of open up the collarbone towards the ceiling. And breathe, breathe. Good, stay in that for the next 30 seconds. I'm gonna peek on everybody. Yeah, really, really good. You might be able to go down onto that front forearm if you have a little bit more mobility. The gaze should be over the right shoulder, right? So you should be kind of looking over the right shoulder and opening that chest up towards the ceiling. Good. In 3, 2, slowly rotate out of that. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Okay, we're going into those 3 leg lifts on the left side. So inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, strong plank, lift. Inhale, down dog, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose and hold, hold, hold. Last one, going into a runner's lunge. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands on the instep. Drop the back knee and foot. Push those hips forward until you feel a really good stretch. This front leg, you can also drive this knee out to the side. Good. Good. Okay, if you've got it, you're going to bend that right leg, and then the left arm is going to reach around the left side of the body to reach back and grab. And then any adjustments you need to make. Oh boy, this is a tight one. Tight on those hips. Oh, yeah, looking good, y'all. Good, last 10 seconds. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly release that back leg. Meet me in a downward facing dog. And then we're going to do 3 sun salutations. So go ahead and bend both knees. Jump both feet up to meet the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, think tall, all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Plant the hands, jump back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bend the knees, jump the feet up. Good, 2 more, go at your own pace. Inhale high. Exhale, dive. Jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful, 1 more rep. Bend the knees, jump it up. Inhale, think tall, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, dive. Jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Here we go, guys. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Drop the knees. Meet me in a child's pose. Knees are wide. Big toes touch behind you. All right. Find a space to relax that head, neck, and shoulders on the mat underneath you. All right, you might feel those lungs are starting to open and close. So this is a really good space to try and find your inhale somewhere behind your shoulder blades. All right, it may feel like your lungs are restricted in the front chest part. So really open up those lungs in the middle part of your back and then release your low back on every exhale. Beautiful. Slowly start to come up out of that one at a time. We're going to meet back in a cat-cow. So this is going to be our last full round, of chaturangas, movements. So find a good, perfect position for cat-cow. And go ahead and start with a big inhale, drop the belly button. And All right, open the lungs, push the chest through the shoulders, and then exhale every bit of air out of your lungs as you reach, 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 reach towards the ceiling with that midline. A few more big, deep inhales. Good time to close your eyes and just feel what's going on with your breath in your body. Okay, last one. Meet me in a plank position. Feet out to the outsides of the mat, so a wider stance. Right, we're going to shift from a plank to a down dog. Opposite hand reaches to shin, and then gently come out of it. And I'll kind of let you flow at your own pace here. Now, the more mobile you are, you can actually reach towards the outside of the ankle of the opposite foot, if that makes sense. All right, so you shift forward on your inhale. Exhale, opposite arm to shoelace. Big inhale, plank. Exhale, shift. We are so close, y'all. Big inhale forward. Exhale back. Last breath, big inhale forward. Downward facing dog. Ooh, good. Take a few breaths here. Shift forward into a plank. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Plank. Chaturanga. Slow and controlled. Inhale up. Exhale down. Oh boy, one more. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Okay. 3 leg lifts on the right. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Good. Inhale, leg high. Come into a runner's lunge on this next one. Back knee is going to stay up off the ground. Inhale those arms up to a crescent pose. Exhale, hands on the instep. Inhale, right arm open and rotate. Exhale, hand to collarbone, elbow to ground. Good, let's do one more big inhale open. Exhale, elbow to ground. Good, kick back to a downward facing dog. So close here, team, so close. 3 on the left. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift, lift, lift. Last one, inhale up. Runner's lunge, pull it through. Collapse that back foot. I'm sorry, keep that back knee up. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, hands on the instep. Inhale, left arm open and rotate. Exhale, elbow to ground. Big inhale open. Exhale, elbow down. Good, kick back to plank. Almost done. 3 sun salutations. Bend the knees, jump the feet up to your hands. Inhale, think tall. Exhale, swan dive. Jump back to plank. Chaturanga, so close to finishing, guys. Inhale up. Exhale. Down. 2 more. Bend the knees, jump it up. Inhale, think tall. Exhale, dive. Jump back to plank, chaturanga, inhale up, and exhale down. One more beautiful flow, bend the knees, jump the feet up. This is it, guys. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Jump back to plank. Last chaturanga of the day. Inhale up and exhale down. Good, drop the knees, meet you in a child's pose, right? Knees are gonna go wide, find those big toes together behind you. Whew. If you need to take a breath or two before going into it, that's totally fine. Whenever you're ready, you'll find a relaxed space on your mat, head, neck, and shoulders. And we are working towards getting those hips closer and closer to the heels behind you, right? But we're never forcing it, right? So we're only melting through our exhales. Beautiful effort, everyone. All right, slowly start to make your way up out of that. You can grab yourself a little drink of water if you need it. Wow, holy shoulders, huh? Yeah, really good job, everyone. So we're gonna spend the next 20 minutes doing some really good deep stretching. I would like to start with some shoulders, right? Since we just kind of got those shoulders really nice and warmed up. So ideally, you're going to need like a towel, maybe a short hand towel, or a yoga strap or a band. So I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to maybe grab that. I'm gonna grab mine. Perfect. I'm even gonna move my mat closer. Okay, perfect. Whew. Okay, let's do this. By a show of hands, who has a foam roller? 1, 2, 3. Amanda, you do not. That's okay. We can work with it. Okay. So what we're gonna do first here is I want you to put the object, whatever it is, in the right hand. Right hand. Good. Now you're gonna toss that over your right shoulder. So my elbow is almost kind of like close to my ear here. And then this opposite hand is gonna go up the spine, and you're gonna grab as high up onto that strap as you can. Good. Now, before you go anywhere, this top hand, what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of like crank it left and right. So you're pulling that hand further and further up your back. Once you feel like you've got a great range there, what I like to do is relax this band or towel over that shoulder. All right, and then right now you might feel this in the left shoulder, right? So we're working this kind of left part of the beautiful shoulder up there. Good. So nothing else to do here but kind of catch your breath and breathe. So maybe a good time to close those eyes, but always think perfect posture, right? So we're sitting up nice and tall. Start to slow that heart rate down with a 3-count inhale and a 3-count exhale. If it feels good to get any neck movements here, you can play around with that a little bit. All right, whatever feels good for you. About 30 more seconds before we switch sides. Good. Perfect posture, right? Readjust yourself if you feel like you've fallen out of it. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna slowly release. So the worst thing you can do is just rush out of this. So with my right hand, I just slowly start to give back that hand and then slowly release that arm behind you. Yeah, maybe, just maybe a few like circles with that left arm. Kind of get that shoulder back in. Love it. Okay, we're gonna go opposite side. So object is now in your left arm and it goes up and around the left shoulder. Elbow is close to the face here. Right arm goes back and up the spine. This is always my tighter side, my right shoulder. All right, and then you're gonna use that top hand. Let me wrap my hand up, there we go. To kind of go left, right. I'm kind of like cranking my hand as high up as I can. And then when I feel like I can't have any more range, wrap that arm around, beautiful. I'm definitely tighter on the right side. I can feel that. Start to use that exhale to release. We hold a lot of tension up in our traps, our shoulders, our neck. So with every exhale, push the stress out of your neck, out of that shoulder. Maybe unclench your jaw, right? That can kind of help you release. Right, and then always go back to perfect posture. Good. Think about your exhales. Every time you exhale, your shoulders should maybe melt like a half an inch lower, right? Or we think our neck gets maybe a half an inch taller. So always pulling those shoulders away from the ears, right? But it happens on the exhale. Beautiful effort, you guys. Good, we're gonna slowly come out of it. So you're gonna give back on that left just a little bit. Give, give, give. Slowly release that right. And then just a little slow range of motion, whatever feels good there. Beautiful effort. Okay, so if you have a foam roller, this would be a great time to grab it. If not, Amanda, like 2 couch pillows is great. We're gonna be kind of like opening and laying, doing a really good chest opener. And then we may end up rolling a little bit. But for right now, let's just grab us a foam roller. Beautiful. Okay. So we are gonna do kind of 2 stretches in one here. The lower body is gonna be in a butterfly position. Okay, and then the upper body, the shoulder blades are what's going to be lying down here, right? So if I set that there, I need to strategically place, maybe you set your shoulder blades up first, right? So I gently find my shoulders, right? Then butterfly the legs, right? Pull those heels as far in as you can. And then from here, you are going to almost straighten those arms out in front and they go out like a Y. And then as they slowly start to get further and further out, your chest and shoulders will open up and you can release your head. Slowly let the chin fall back. And then anything you can do to melt that head, neck, and shoulders on top of this foam roller. Good. With every inhale, feel how your chest lifts. Right? And with every exhale, we're melting onto that foam roller. Sending that tension all the way down into the hips and the low back, maybe the chest, shoulders, and collarbone. We're here for 2 full minutes. Enjoy the moment. Keep your eyes closed. We have about 30 more seconds here. Okay, good deep breaths. Everybody looks amazing and relaxed. Good, about 12 seconds. I don't want you to rush out of this. So I'm gonna kind of cue you on how I want you to come out just for the safest on your neck. Now, Amanda, you can stay in this for the next 1 or 2 minutes. We're gonna do a little bit of foam rolling, okay? So what I want everybody else to do is bring your hands to your center or hands to heart first. Yep, hands to heart first, good. Then pull your chin up towards your chest. Now you can roll out of it. Awesome. So we're going to stay kind of in this position and we're going to roll out that back a little. So maybe no longer butterfly. So we kind of pull those knees up. Good. Now we're just going to start to foam roll a little bit here. So I want you to think just like 2 or 3 inches at a time. Now I like more pressure, so I like to lift the hips up off the ground. And you're just going to think 2 or 3 inches at a time. Forward and back or up and down on your mats. And then this is one of those where you're going to have to find what you need. I tend to reach towards the ceiling. I feel like I can dig a little bit more into those shoulder blades. Or even hands supported the head. It's another really great space for the hands. And you're just going to start to roll that back out. Nice, y'all. Start to turn the torso, let's say to the left, and you start to get that big trap up top, all the way into the lat, which is kind of by the armpit area. Big old muscle group back there. All right, you kind of make your way back to the middle, but slowly. All right, kind of start to turn that torso to the right and tap into that right lat as well as the trap up top. The last 40 seconds here. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to try to kind of roll out the neck. So you're going to strategically now lay the back of your neck right on top of that as if it was a pillow. So you're just going to lay it right on top. Legs are straight. Let the toes fall towards the outside of the mat. And all you're going to do here is you're going to start turning your head left and right. That's it. Just simple left and right movements with the neck. "30 seconds here. Maybe you just enjoy laying there. And just a little neck movement left and right. Unclench that jaw, relax yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and lose the foam roller. So you'll just slowly kind of lift the head, maybe place it to the side. Amanda, you can, yep, gently come out of that. And then we're going to stay in this kind of lying down position. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring both knees up into the chest, wrap those hands around the shins, keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed on the mat, and just add a little side to side rocking. Maybe a little massage on that low back. And then happy baby is coming up next. So you have two options here. You can grab your feet from the inside, right? So grabbing the inner part of the feet. You can also reach for the outside of the feet. Now, I'm becoming more of a fan of grabbing the outside of the feet, right? Because a happy baby, we're kind of letting gravity open up those hips and driving the knees out. So with the hands on the outside, the knees and feet tend to drive out, which allows the hips to really open up here. We're here for a full 90 seconds. I can definitely feel that in the hips. I know you guys can too. So do everything you can to adjust and breathe. Oh boy, that is tight on those hips. Oh boy, those hips are tight. Feeling that in the inner thighs a little bit. Okay, slowly release those hands. I kind of like to bring the feet together before releasing the hands. Good, we're gonna do one hip bridge. So you're gonna set the feet down close to your butt. Good. Now lift those hips as high as you can towards the ceiling. Reach, 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 reach as top as you can. Good, gently set those hips back down. Release the legs out in front. Let those toes fall towards the outside of the mat. Just gonna take one or two big breaths here. Good, go ahead and pull that right knee only up into the chest. Big inhale, pull. And then whenever you're ready, on that next exhale, we're going to a supine twist, where your head is now relaxed over your right shoulder. Slowly start to roll your body out of that. Keep those eyes closed. You're moving at your own pace. Readjust yourself back to the middle of the mat. Let's do another hip bridge. Bring those heels in towards the butt. Lift those hips sky high. Push, 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 push. Good. Set them back down. Straighten both legs. Let the feet fall towards the outside of the mat for one or two breaths here. Good. Pull that left knee up into the chest. Big inhale, pull. Exhale, fold it across the body for a spinal twist. Head is relaxed over the left shoulder. Every exhale, release that tension in your low back. Gently start to roll out of that. Good. Make one more adjustment back to the center of the mat. One more hip bridge. Lift those hips as high as you can towards the ceiling. Good. Set them down. Release the legs. Let those toes fall towards the outside of the mat. Arms are straight. Palms facing up. Good. We're settling into Shavasana for about 90 seconds to a minute here. We've had some time to kind of relax here on our back. So this is where I want you to just kind of fall into your own breathing pattern. Any last minute adjustments to release any tension you feel in your neck, shoulders, low back, ankles, right? Kind of do a little self-assessment and shake it out. Use that powerful exhale to release all that stress we hold.